Hello everyone. Pardon me. Thank you for clicking on my channel. Welcome to the new earth. Welcome to the journey home. My name is Catherine and I live in Nova Scotia. Well, that was a faux pas, but it is the new earth. For those of you who are trying to keep one foot into the new earth and sometimes switch back to the old earth. Times have changed. This is a series on the new earth, love in the new earth. We're also doing another series called Courageous Dreaming, how shamans dream the world into being. So let's see what is going on today. First of all, at the time of the publication, I'm doing this the day before for the members, but when this is published on Wednesday, we have a 444 day, which tells us that our ascended masters, guides, guardians, ancestors are close to us. So this is a really powerful energy day for asking questions. So ask your questions. They'll answer. And to answer your first question, from the Shaman Oracle deck, we have completion and sacrifice. So there is some cycles that are completing here. Could be projects, could be love affairs, but a sacrifice is needed in order to complete, whether it is a sacrifice of your time, your energy, or what you've been investing to no longer invest in order to complete this cycle. So let's have a look at your crowning energy. It is the Two of Springs. You're at a crossroads, but you're not alone. This road that you're choosing to go down, some of you could be traveling, this road you're choosing involves another person. And it's manifested through hard work, creativity, partnering with someone who shares your dream. Great progress being made. All decks have been pre-shuffled, but I do cut in front. So at the bottom of this deck we have Five of Winter. I think this has to do with your sacrifice. This says to walk away from dishonest associations. Not worth the effort. Save your energy, your little snowball bombs, for a more lighthearted, fun, playful energy. Yeah, that looks like playfulness, doesn't it? Optimistic, enthusiastic, creative, and energetic. I don't know why gymnastics came in my mind, but some of you might be really actively or vigorously exercising. No doubt because of the quarantine and maybe overeating. But this is about going after your dreams, and that it's time to expand your horizons and let that creativity take flight. The Queen of Winter has been showing up an awful lot in these last couple of weeks. This is about being strong, patient, humorous. I really do like the Queen of Winter, which is the same as the Queen of Swords. She cuts out the things in her life that are not necessary anymore. It could be the sacrifice that the oracles are talking about. Letting go of people or things that no longer serve. Focusing on you. Focusing on the realistic goals that you're making. So you sacrificed something that, and it was hard for you to do, it broke your heart. Or maybe this was about being betrayed in the past that you're still healing from. Some of you have some childhood traumas you're still healing from. Holding back or holding on to something that needs to be released. Some of you could just be managing your money better to get that balance. And some of you are helping out others. We have the Strength card. Being graceful. Walking your talk. the power of kindness and forgiveness. All the strength that you need to overcome any obstacles or challenges. Yeah, there's a decision that needs to be made in order to close a cycle. And indecision is holding you back because you're torn between the intellect and the emotional. And it may make you feel trapped. Has everything to do with this broken heart. You are healing though. You have protection from your elders. And as I said, ascended masters, shamans, guides, guardians are all close to us on the 444 day. So what's stressing you out? You seem to be managing it very well, successfully, but there's some sudden events or changes taking place. This came up just prior to the coronavirus. The readings were all alluding to sudden changes, sudden events. And I'm getting the feeling from this again. The same feeling as I did then. And it's explosive. These changes may shock a few people, making decisions that maybe the decision that you're having a hard time deciding on. And, you know, it just may be that you have decided that I'm going to now nurture myself on this new earth and keep my vibes high. This, if you look at this picture, she's trying to keep her vibes high through these changes and events. But you're also being practical. And you have the ability to make anything look more beautiful. So what you're trying to manifest on this 444 occasion, you have the ability to be successful at. You may be teaching others just by example, but you have a new beginning here, a windfall of money, advice from others, assistance, a successful project, a happy change in your career. And falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet. I get the feeling now, guys, that this could be for some of you who are experiencing new love coming into your life and being swept off your feet, that it is an emotional experience. Perhaps this person is reciprocating to you in a way that you never experienced in the past. And it's kind of blowing your mind. We have a lot of stability showing up here for you. And if you're not doing the teaching by example, or you're doing it by word or by showing, or you're going to a class, or you're changing careers and wanting to learn more about something you're passionate about. So for clarifiers, we have the lovers on, yeah, I told you, this crossroads that you're on, you're not alone. I haven't cut the deck yet, but look at what's at the bottom. The 4 of fire, which is about commitment, ascending to a higher level. And then we have the Tower. Some of you are letting go of old relationships. But there's some sudden events that are taking place. And if anything, this reading is warning you to stay in this vibe of ascension. Since the ascended masters are so close, they surround you. Ask your questions. Ask them to raise you. For those of you who are experiencing any kind of depression or sadness, just ask them to raise you. And stay focused on positive vibes. Do meditations. Go out in a garden. A walk in the woods. Get some fresh air and sun. You are about to, for those of you who are single, you are about to be swept off your feet. So we've got quarantine here. But in this quarantine period, you are being optimistic, creative, and you're feeling restless. You want to go after your dreams. You feel like the time is coming for you to make that change. High Priestess energy. Here is where you're taking logic, strength, and following your intuition. Some things are still hidden from you, but you're moving forward. And I think what's hidden from you right now is whatever this radical change is. Clarifying your Three of Winter for healing. We've got the Page of Fire. So this is your energy being lifted. Your path being opened. Your master's saying, this is the path to the new earth. Follow it. Be courageous. You may not be accepting an offer of apology from someone, or someone is coming in making an offer of love and you're feeling very hesitant, wondering if it is the right time. Temptation. You are going to be strong through temptation. You are going to overcome it. We have the Magician. Well, this decision that is tearing you between the emotional and the intellectual has everything to do with what you manifested. So now that you've manifested something and it is here, you're having a hard time to decide whether to stay with an old decision or a new decision. Old earth, new earth. We're going back and forth again, guys. The teeter-totter. You're emotionally conflicted. Perhaps this confliction is from the outside. You're conflicted with other people's opinions, and they're a little stressful, but you're pushing through. Nurturing self. Yeah, you're trying to heal from the past. You're having a lot of nostalgic moments, and it could be someone from the past is returning. Maybe with this apology or wanting a second chance. But you have this new beginning without the baggage of the old. This is all that you've learned. You may have become a master manifester, or a master of your craft, or a master at your job. Legacy building, and finding this new path that was manifested. And now that it's here, you're like, is it time for me to take this jump? Ace of Autumn. This is victory with this new beginning. Look at that. That is the same as the Ace of Pentacles. This is victory in love, in business, or both. Rising above the rest. So if it has to do with you teaching or something that you've mastered, you've got this new beginning. This is about recognition and reward. So some of you may just be, this is about a windfall of money for your efforts, improvement of finances. But look at this. It has everything to do with being swept off your feet and falling in love. The universe is working on your behalf. So yeah, you've been manifesting. It's come to pass. Now you're not sure what to do. Perhaps some of you were swept off your feet by someone new and the old one came back. And now you're having to multitask. It almost looks like with this multitasking and all of these events that are taking place all at once. Reminds me of this, being in confliction over, am I doing the right thing? Am I making the right decisions? It does show that you will be successful at this, but you're conflicted. You're having a hard time deciding about something. Let's ask the romance angels. Oh, but first, when it comes to love, since we're going into the love oracles, let's have a look at this. Whispers of love. What is it your soulmate wants you to know? Of their higher self speaking to your higher self. A connection that surpasses time, space. Perhaps it's a message from your ascended masters. What is the whisper of love for those listening to this reading today? We won't take those. We will take that. Treasure your loved ones. It is important to love others deeply. So this may be a reflection of you holding back. If this is a new love and you're not sure about, so you want to take your time, you're holding back, or you're afraid of your emotions. This is about taking care of your own emotions. And in loving yourself deeply, you're able to love others deeply, to see the higher self in them. So let's ask the romance angels, what is the advice for love today? What is the advice for love today? Codependency. You're having to deal with some codependent issues, whether it's an addiction or a back and forth arguing that you've been back and forth arguing with the same person over and over and not getting out of that rut. It's affecting your romantic life. You're needing to make a decision. You may be disconnecting from the world with someone else, or you just may be retreating, holding back until you make a decision. You have a past life relationship coming in here. You've known each other before. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. And finally, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're being guided to take. Courageous dreaming has everything to do with following your path. We're living in a world where we're accumulating things. And the very thought of stepping out of our comfort zone to follow our path, that takes courage. That takes a lot of courage. So if you're being guided here to take a path at the crossroads that is left traveled, your lover is waiting at the end of that road. Whether it's an old or new one, they'll be there to meet you. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you to everyone who's supported the channel and website. God bless you all. I hope you're here for Sunday night, 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, when I go live to pull cards for free for people who are in the house. So, once again, we'll talk again soon. Bye for now.